So I guess what I really want to say, what I really want to talk about in this video is how I put myself out there online and why I put myself out there and the consequences, I guess, to my life because of everything that I've said, everything I've done, you know, how open I am, you know, with everything that's going on in my life, because it just seems to be like my content is kind of just an extension of my life, if I really think about it. Every time I try to sort of break out of what I'm, I guess, fated to do, destined to do, it just doesn't work. You know, when I start getting all serious and start taking myself too seriously, it just doesn't work. But when I sit on the kitchen floor and, you know, vlog about my life, there's just, I don't know, there's something there. So I guess that's why I always go back to it. You know, I always know I have the vlog format. It doesn't matter what the trends are, it doesn't matter how short the videos get. The vlog format is always there for me, like when I need it. And then my platform as well is always there for me when I need it. My eyes look really, really blue right now. Got this lighting perfect. Hopefully you can't see my peeling skin. My shoulders are actually peeling from the sunburn. So I don't know if I'm gonna, you know, I might have to go back out there a couple times, get that tan. We are doing Raw Till 4. We're actually drinking a Michelob Ultra. I've been drinking these. I started drinking these, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, because I figured, you know, they wouldn't leave me quite as bloated as a Coors Light. But yeah, so I've been putting myself out there on social media now for like a long time. I don't know why. I sort of give up on it, and then I come back to it. And I, you know, I've been back at it now fairly consistently for, I don't know, maybe 6 months or something. And you know, a lot of people ask me, like, why do you talk about everything that you talk about? Why do you put so much information out there with, you know, about your life, about your opinions? People think I'm very opinionated. I get called a lot of names too. I mean, you have a lot of viewers out there. I mean, even though they don't even like me, they call me a misogynist. They call me a Republican. They call me a Trump MAGA nut. They call me all kinds of names, right? It's things that aren't true. I get called a fake vegan all the time. So I'm constantly being called names, you know. And so there's this whole other demographic within my viewers. They don't really like me. They always leave negative comments, but, you know, they're still out there. And so, you know, that's one of the consequences when you put your life out there, you put your opinions out there, you know, you have to kind of deal with that. But a lot of people just cannot believe how open I am about things. And, you know, like I said, my content is an extension of my life. Like I never really separated it ever. You know, like when I started making videos a long time ago, I mean, I used like Vine, and I used to use Snapchat and YouNow. Like I've had so many social media platforms. Some of them have been completely destroyed by the company themselves for political gain. Some of the other channels I just shut down. But I've been hopping around on the internet for a long time, and since the beginning, it's always just been kind of just me. You know, I'm the content. Okay, like take it or leave it. I know it doesn't really fit in the algorithm very well. I had this conversation with a friend, and he was telling me that, you know, I should focus my content more. I need to double down on what's, you know, working. Like if a certain video blows up, I need to double down on it. But like on Instagram, my latest video to hit like, I don't know, maybe 10,000 views was a video about the wild dogs in Greece. I'm not going to double down and just talk about wild dogs in Greece. So the algorithms are very weird, especially nowadays. But I don't really care about that. What I want is loyalty, right? I want even if you don't like me, even if you hate my opinions, even if you don't like my content, but you come and watch it anyways. That's what I want. I just want loyalty, you know. And I feel like I have that. Like I do. I feel like I have that with the right format. Okay, you know, I have, I guess, kind of felt abandoned, you know, when I have tried to shift directions or whatever. But this is a very candid video. Like, I'm not trolling here, guys. I'm opening my heart. I'm opening my heart to you. I mean, you should feel special because I don't do this every day. And I really don't do this with like any other human beings. You know, I like talking to the camera. It's therapeutic for me too. You know, that's another reason I think why I do this is because it's therapeutic. I feel like I'm getting something off my chest. I'm unloading. I'm grateful that there's people that will listen. Sometimes I just want to get on camera and rant and unload and just get it off my chest. That's another reason why I do it. I'm not monetized, right? I'm not monetized. I do have a Patreon. If you guys want to support the Patreon, there are supporters over there that have been extremely loyal over the years. And, it's been a blessing. So, you can find that. But other than that, I'm really not monetized. I don't have any ads on my channels. My other channel is actually completely demonetized. And I don't think it has the potential to ever be monetized. So I'm not doing this for money, right? And I'm uploading to Instagram. Facebook pays me $50 every once in a while, maybe $100 when my reels, reach a lot of viewers. That was a promotional thing though, so that might be over because I haven't gotten a payment from them in a month. But so I was sort of monetized on Instagram. Maybe Instagram will do ads someday, like YouTube, but I'm not monetized on any platform. So I'm not, I'm not doing this for money. Right, I just like making the content. I feel like it benefits me. If I'm going to be honest, I do like making the content. I like making people laugh. I like making people be able to escape their reality for 10 minutes or whatever. But I make the content for me as well because I want to document. But to me, it's important to have viewers. I think that's important in life. If you're serious about your life, if you're serious about your career long term, doesn't matter what you get into, you need viewers. You need online exposure. Obviously. So I want to talk about some of the consequences too, because there are real life consequences to what I'm doing, and I guess in some ways I almost regret going down this path, but it's fated. I don't have a choice. I do believe in fate. And I know as a Christian, I do believe in fate. Okay, I believe in God's divine plan. The lower earthly gods are constantly trying to mess it up, the demons, right? But constantly playing with us and trying to lead us astray. But yes, I look to God and I look to the divine plan, and I do believe in fate. So, how can I really regret anything in my life if I believe in fate? Really think about that. If you believe in fate, if you believe in destiny, and that you have no choice, there's a book already written. You're part of the story, and you're destined. How can you have any regrets then? There's no point in regretting anything. So. The real life consequences are, obviously I've got a lot of online baggage, So every time I'm talking to people, maybe I'm trying to get serious with a female, or maybe I'm trying to introduce myself to a new social group. It's kind of hard to explain some of this stuff away. There's lawsuits and YouTube channel takedowns and BBC articles. I mean, it's absolutely insane. If you just look up my name or any of my previous handles. I've thought about going back to vegan cheetah because I am still vegan. We're doing raw tofu. I'm fasting. I'm not having any animal products. I'm eating fucking tofu and broccoli every night from Wang Sheng. I think it's actually Wan Sheng, but I always call it Wang Sheng. I don't know. I think my dad calls it that too. Very good restaurant though. My favorite Chinese restaurant in town. So I am still vegan. So I thought about going back with the vegan cheetah handle. I want to do more shorts and stuff, but it's it's just such garbage content. But I am doing more shorts. I'm trying to incorporate that into the content. If you guys haven't checked out my shorts, I have an entire page. Just go to my channel, go to the shorts section. There's an entire page of material that maybe you haven't seen. So yeah, I mean, I really appreciate everything, but it's there are trolls out there. There's people out there that have tried to make my life miserable. I mean, I was sued for $1 million. And it really, between that and losing my income from YouTube and everything, it was and I also was in a relationship at the time. I just financially got worn down. You know, I just got worn down. I spent all money on all the wrong places. I should have moved back east. Really, but we're fated, right? I can't talk about what I should have, could have done because we're fated. I was fated to go to Los Angeles. I'm actually going back to Los Angeles for a couple of weeks in July. So look out for some of that footage. And I'm really excited. I want to see the West Coast again. As bad as it has gotten out there, I'd like to see if it's gotten worse or if it's gotten any better. You know, I'll definitely be looking with a political lens, right? But yeah, I mean, LA is definitely a shithole. But I want to see it again. It's a weird, it's like a love-hate relationship with California. You know, it's like you want to be there when you're not there, but when you are there, you realize what a shithole it is. And yeah, man. But yeah, just the whole LA thing. I mean, it was a disaster, right? It was a complete disaster, if I'm going to be honest. And I ended up doing van life for like almost a year, and then I just moved back east. So having to explain all of that, it's difficult. It's hard, and I've documented most of it. Right, most of it is up online. But I just kind of I went broke. Right, I went broke, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't afford it. It was getting out of hand, and I was really depressed because I wasn't able to climb out of that rut. And I'm still trying to. Like, that's the other thing, too, about relationships. Like, my last serious relationship was, 4 or 5 years ago now. And because I had invested so much into it, it took me a long time to, like, recover. Now, I'm not talking about emotionally. Like, emotionally, you can get over this kind of stuff in months, I think. But financially and in every other way, it takes men much longer to recuperate from a relationship that just blows up and gets real sticky. In those kind of situations, I think it takes them a lot longer to recover from that. It definitely took me a long time to recover from just the financial burdens that I had put upon myself and all of the places where I spent my money. Okay, so that being said, LA was a disaster. I'll say it again. And a lot of people, I guess, just assume that, maybe I don't want to talk about these kind of things, or I'm trying to move forward and not think about. But it all is kind of still in my head. I still get comments about stuff. I mean, people want me to talk. I think I'm actually going to do a video about the time I got pepper sprayed on the other channel. That should be entertaining. So check out my other channel, Charles Marlowe. That's like the demonetized channel. I think that's what I'm going to talk about in today's video. But I've got the vlog format, no matter what happens in my life, and I really appreciate it. I really do. I guess the other consequence that I really wanted to mention here is that I'm like afraid to really open up and let people into my real life, because I'm worried that they're going to become maybe targets, or I'm going to say something online that's going to embarrass them, or it's just like when you want to get online and you just want to talk and speak your mind, it makes things really difficult, because I actually have friends that in real life, they don't want to be associated with me online, which is understandable. I completely understand that. I am like socially unacceptable in most mainstream circles, which is fine with me. Like that, I don't care about that. But I have friends in real life that they'll associate with me offline, but they do not want to be associated with my social media. So. And I worry about that. I worry about that. I don't want other people to be negatively affected by me, because I'm willing to come online and basically talk about anything. I'm a very, very truthful person. Very truthful. And I think a lot of people, they want privacy. They don't like the internet or the big tech companies, invading in on their life and everything. So it's just a different thing, and not everybody wants to create content. Again, what is the point of living life if I'm not making content? If I'm not making content, and if I'm not constantly trying to raise my status, right, with my following. And I want loyalty. I don't care about numbers. I don't care about algorithms. Like, I'm thinking about this 20 years from now. I just want loyalty. And I've picked up a lot of loyal people from the vegan cheetah era. I picked up a ton of loyal people from the Carterverse era. I picked up a ton of loyal viewers from the conspiracy theories and some of the political content. So that's all I want. That's all I want. I'm going to continue to evolve. I'm going to continue to try new things. But I do think, this kind of format is good. I know you guys appreciate it, and I